John 8:12. Jesus spoke to the people, "I am the light of the world. Follow me and you won't be walking in the dark. You will have the light that gives life." Kinakanta-kanta ng mga mananampalataya, I have decided to follow Jesus. No turning back. No other but Jesus. Christ is enough. Ano talaga ang kahulugan nito? Live in the light. Panginoon, salamat dahil kayo ang liwanag. At maaari kaming mabuhay sa liwanag, sumunod sa iyong anak na si Jesus para manatili sa liwanag. Bigyan mo kami, Panginoon, ng pagkaunawa sa salitang ito. Kung paano ito ipapamuhay at kung ano talaga ang kahulugan nito sa amin. Speak in power, in majesty, O Lord. Teach your people. Kayo po ang siyang umakay at magpaliwanag sa amin. At nang sa gayon, maunawa namin ang lubos at ganon din ma-enjoy namin ang pamumuhay sa liwanag. Father, be our speaker, our light, our teacher, our healer. In the name of your Son, Jesus our Lord, we pray with thanksgiving. Live in the light. Lagi natin sinasabi ito, live in the light. Jesus is the light of the world. Ano talaga ang malalim, malawak at mataas na kahulugan nito? 1 John 1:5-7, ang Diyos ay liwanag at walang anumang kadiliman sa Kanya. Kung sinasabi natin tayo'y may pagkikiisa sa Kanya, ngunit namumuhay naman tayo sa kadiliman, nagsisinungaling tayo at hindi namumuhay ayon sa katotohanan. Ngunit kung namumuhay tayo sa liwanag, gaya niya na nasa liwanag, tayo'y nagkakaisa. At ang lahat ng ating kasalanan ay nililinis ng dugo ni Jesus. Malalim na mga salita ito. And 1 John can be very, very metaphorical. Malalim, marami, malawak ang pagbabasa. Isa-isahin natin at lagi nating isipin, ano ba talaga ang pagkakaunawa ko that Jesus is light? What does it mean to live in the light? 1 John 1:1, the word that gives life was from the beginning. Echo ito ng John 1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And the Word became flesh and dwelt among men, referring to Jesus. So here, 1 John 1:1 says, the word that gives life was from the beginning. The word, meaning Jesus, or when applied, Jesusness, gives life. Jesus, Jesusness, the word gives life to the dead, to those being killed by what? By the law. Laging may reference sa law pag sinabing dead. Hindi yun physical death. It is death caused by the law, because the law brings death. When you're not able to obey the law, you are judged, you spiritually die. So the law brings death. Now here comes Jesus, Jesusness, the Word, the light that gives life to those who are being killed by the law, being pronounced guilty by the law, being condemned by the law. Romans 8:2, through Christ Jesus, the law of the Spirit who gives life has set you free from the law of sin and death. So here's a dichotomy. Dalawang malinaw na magkaibang direksyon. The law of the Spirit, the law of Christ, the law that gives life, against the law of sin and death, the law of Moses. 1 John 1:2, the one who gives life appeared. So this is the word referred to in 1 John. Jesus, the person. And very, very importantly and essentially, Jesusness, the idea or the word behind the person, in the person, which that gives life, and He appeared. So Jesus, the person, Jesusness, the idea, the word, the philosophy in Jesus, the person, appeared. 1 John 1:3-4, we are telling you what we have seen and heard, so that you may share in this life with us. We are writing to tell you these things because this makes us truly happy. May purpose ang pagsulat. Sabi, para maibahagi namin sa inyo ang buhay na ito na amin na ngayong tinatamasa, sapagkat napakaligaya namin na ito ay ibahagi sa inyo dahil ito rin ang magpapaligaya sa inyo. This truth being shared gives life and happiness. And that's a great mission in life, to share truth that brings life and happiness, not teachings that bring death and guilt and sadness. 1 John 1:5, Jesus told us that God is light and doesn't have any darkness in Him. Now, we are telling you what Jesus told us, that God is light and doesn't have any darkness in Him. So to be emphatic, in God there is no darkness. At ano ba ang pakahulugan sa darkness na ito? Physical darkness ba? Of course not. In God there is no sin. There is no condemnation if there is no sin. And there is no suffering if there is no condemnation. And if there is no condemnation, there is no need for hiding. In God, people have no capacity to hide. There's no need to hide because God is light. Nakakapagtago ka lang sa dilim, pero kung may liwanag, hindi ka makakapagtago. At kung may liwanag, useless magtago. At sinasabi dito, hindi lang useless, hindi mo kailangang magtago. Bakit kaya? Ang mga tao nabubuhay sa kasalanan, may mga lihim, kaya itinatago. Pero bakit hindi kailangang magtago sa Diyos? At bakit hindi pwedeng itago? Because God is light. Jesus is the light of the world from God. In Jesus, the fullness of the deity lived in bodily form. John 8:12, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. Sabi ni Jesus, I am. Not Moses, not anybody else, not even my apostles, not even my disciples. I am the light of the world. As long as Moses, as long as Paul, as long as Peter, as long as anybody shares my light, they are also in the light. But in their ideas, in their opinions, in their teachings that are not shared with me, but only solely theirs, in fact, in their teachings that go against my light, they are not the light. I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me, not other teachers who bring darkness with them, who do not bring my full light, dapat you follow me and not others. Kasi sinasabi natin, I have decided to follow Jesus, no turning back. Kahit sino yung talikuran mo, pag sumunod ka kay Jesus, no turning back. Because light gives life. Light cleanses. In various degrees, science reflects this teaching. Ultraviolet germicidal irradiation, a kind of cleansing using light. It is a disinfection method using short wavelength UV light to kill inactivate microorganisms. It is happening. There are some first-class movie houses that will project before the movie begins. This movie house is cleansed by whatever brand they are using, but they are using light, ultraviolet light, shortwave light that kills germs. Yung mga nag-autoclave, yung mga nagdi-disinfect ng mga medical equipment, alam nyo yan, light disinfects. Sa katunayan, ang mga matanda sa atin noong unang panahon, may mga banggera sa mga kusina, hugasan ng plato, nandun ang mga plato, nandun ang mga baso, laging nakaharap yun sa silangan because our old people believed, and they were correct, that sunlight disinfects. Hindi nakakalinis ang araw, ang liwanag. Kaya kung may mga sugat, tinatanggal ang takip, ibinibilad sa araw, natutuyo naman, nadidisinfect. Because light cleanses. Now, talk about the ultimate light, God and Jesus. The light of God, the light of Jesus cleanses. Kaya pag nabuhay ka sa ilalim ng liwanag ni Jesus, na ibinibigay ng Diyos, talsik ang lahat ng mikrobyo mo, talsik ang lahat ng kasalanan mo, walang pwedeng mabuhay na mikrobyo under the light of Jesus. That's why if we share the light of Jesus, we live in the light, we are clean. Because we are cleansed by the light. 1 John 1:6, if we say that we share in life with God and keep on living in the dark, we are lying and are not living by the truth. Akala ng iba dyan, yung naka-Jesus ka na but you're living in the dark, liar ka. Ang akala nila, ang ibig sabihin ng living in the dark is living in sin. By the standards of Moses, by the standards of the law. So ang laging baluktot na pagkakaunawa dito, naka-Jesus ka na tapos binibreak mo pa ang law of Moses, therefore sinful ka, wala ka pa sa light. You are a liar. Kasi ang classification natin ng sin, yung sin by the law of Moses. Yung law of Moses, pag tinamaan ng light of Jesus, talsik lahat. Except yung mga agree sa teachings of Jesus, which is loving. So sasabihin ba, Christian ka na? Kumakain ka pang dinugan. Law of Moses yan. Christian ka na, kababae mong tao, ang iksi ng buhok mo. Law of Paul yan. Christian ka na, ganito ka pa yan. Kanino bang law yan? Lahat ng laws ng unang panahon, dapat ipamuhay kung agree sa law ni Jesus. Pero pagka hindi, talsik na yun sa light ni Jesus. Therefore, yung akala mo nagkakasala ka dahil nabubuhay ka doon sa pag-break ng law na yun, yun ang sinasabing you live in a lie. You are already in Jesus, you're already in the light, and yet you live in darkness, you live under the law of Moses. That's a lie. Galatians 2:16, know that a person is not justified by the works of the law, but by faith in Jesus Christ, the light. Addition 9. Because by the works of the law, no one will be justified. So kung iaasa mo sa law of Moses, Mosesness, mga Peterness, mga Paulness, mga Apolloness, na hindi agree sa law of love ni Jesus, pag umasa ka doon, you will always be guilty because you cannot obey all of them all of the time. Kaya sinasabi, you cannot be justified kung doon kasi silong sa law. Only sa pagsilong mo sa liwanag ni Jesus na pumapatay sa lahat ng kasalanan, magpapatalsik sa lahat ng idea ng kasalanan, doon ka palang ma-justify. Living in the light doesn't mean living in sin by the standards of Moses and the law, but it means living in righteousness, in sinlessness, by the standards of Moses and by the law. Hindi rin yun ang ibig sabihin. Pag sinabing living in the light, hindi ka aasa kay Moses o sa law. Aasa ka sa light ng Diyos given through Jesus that disinfects you, that cleanses you, that destroys all works of darkness because God is light. So God's people do not live in the dark. Never. Although, pag hindi mo naintindihan ito, you are no longer living in the dark, but akala mo you are still living in the dark whenever you break the law of Moses. Kaya maraming Christians living in guilt. Kasi ang ginagamit nila na pansukat sa sarili nila, si Moses, hindi yung light of God. God's people do not live in the dark. It doesn't mean that you do not commit legal sins that you used to commit before Jesus-ness. May mga kasalanan tayong ginagawa nung araw bago ka pumunta kay Jesus. Pero kasalanan, sabi ni Moses. Pero na kay Jesus ka na, wala ka na, sasabi ni Moses. Kaya kahit ginagawa mo pa rin yun, yung pinagbabawal ni Moses, na hindi naman yung pinagbabawal ni Jesus, therefore, under Jesus, hindi na yun kasalanan. Kaya, may ginagawa ako pag Sabbath. Sabi ni Jesus, Sabbath was made for man. Hindi na kasalanan na magtrabaho sa Sabbath. O kumakain ako ng mga ipinagbabawal ng Leviticus. Sabi ni Jesus, kahit anong kainin ng tao, hindi yun ang mahalaga, kundi yung salitang lumalabas sa kanyang bibig. Therefore, hindi na ako nagkakasala kahit kainin ko yung mga ipinagbabawal na yan ng Leviticus. So lahat ng mga ipinagbabawal ni Moses, ng law ng mga propeta, at maging ng mga New Testament teachers, kung hindi yun ipinagbabawal ni Jesus, hindi ka nagkakasala pagka nagagawa mo yun. Kaya ang mahalaga, maintindihan mo yung kaisa-isang pinagbabawal ni Jesus, and that is to be unloving. Paano po yan? Sabi ni Moses, you shall not commit adultery. So ginagawa ko ngayon, si Moses ang may bigay niyan, hindi na ako nagkakasala. Teka. Unloving ba ang adultery mo? Nang aagaw ka ba ng asawa ng may asawa? Nagtataksil ka ba sa asawa mo? Opo, syempre, di bawal pa rin yun. Kasi under the new law, love, bawal yun. Pero yung kakain ka ng bopis, walang binabawal si Jesus dyan. Bagamat baka makasama. Tubasang yung uric acid, mamatay ang iyong katawan, pero hindi ang iyong espiritu. Dapat maintindihan, kaya nagdudugo na tenga nyo. Uulit natin sa topic na ito. Ano bang ibig sabihin that you're under the law of Moses and under the law of Jesus? Ano bang ibig sabihin that you are no longer under the law? What does it mean to live in the light? Lahat ng mga ipinagbabawal ng law na hindi binabawal ni Jesus, tinunaw na yan ng light, hindi na yan bawal. Again, I like to be emphatic, hindi yan lisensyang gumawa na kahit ano na lang. Kasi may bagong law, love. Lagi mo nalang itatanong, loving ba to? Loving sa kapwa, loving sa akin, loving sa kalikasan na ibinigay sa akin ng Diyos, yun ang atin ngayong i-observe. Marami pa rin matitirang law. Yung nagbabawal sa atin na huwag maging loving. Pero ang daming unnecessary, needless difficulties na mawawala na dahil tinunaw na ng liwanag ni Jesus. God's people do not commit sin because there is no more sin by the law, except the sin of unloving. Uulit-ulitin natin yun. Marami tayong inaakusa sa sarili at sa isa't it's a sin, you commit a sin. Teka, sino ba may sabing sin yan? Kung si Moses lang, tapos hindi naman sinabi ni Lord na sin yan, kalimutan na natin yon. Malaya na ako, hindi na ako living in sin, kahit ginagawa ko pa rin yan. Romans 5:13, sin was in the world before the law came, but no record of sin was kept because there was no law. Sabi nila, lahat naman ng ginagawa ng tao nung araw, ginagawa na nila eh. Pero walang record ng kasalanan kasi wala pa yung law. Dumating ang law ni Moses. Nagkaroon tuloy ng record ng kasalanan. So anong ginawa ni Jesus? Tinunaw ang law. Burado uli ang lahat ng record ng kasalanan. That's why people in the Lord do not sin. Except when they are unloving. Yan ang dapat nating ulit-ulitin. The Holy Spirit will give you life that comes from Christ Jesus and will set you free from sin and death. God already canceled the law in and by Jesus. Sa pamamagitan ni Jesus, kinancel na. Tapos Christian ka na, nagsusubscribe ka pa uli doon sa law na kinancel na. Para namang hindi dumating si Jesus. Para namang hindi namatay si Jesus. Para wala namang Galatians. Para walang Book of Romans. Under ka pa rin pala ng mga yan. Romans 10:4, but Christ makes the law no longer necessary for those who become acceptable to God by faith. Binaliwala na ang law. And yet, ang mga nalilitong Kristiyano, pasan-pasan pa rin ang law. Ephesians 2:14-15, Christ gave His own body to destroy the law of Moses with all its rules and commands. Kaya nagbayad na si Jesus para burahin na ang lahat ng yan kasi walang pumapasa, lahat condemned. Jesus gave one law, a new law, which is love. Pag sabi, puro love naman ang topic. Siyempre, yun lang naman ang iniwan ni Jesus ng utos. Anong gusto niyo yung topic? John 13:34, a new command I give you, love one another. As I have loved you, so you must love one another. See the laws of Moses, the teachings of the prophets, the apostles, and the disciples. If they are not loving, they are to be used as an option when applicable to the situation, when applicable to the case, but not to be used universally for all time, in all cases, in all situations. Only the teachings of Jesus given by God are to be used in all times, in all situations, in every way, and in everything. But the teachings of any other person, even in the Bible, that do not subscribe to or agree with the teachings of Jesus may be useful depending on the case. Tulad ng itinuro ni Paul, pinagbawalan niya mga babae sa Corinth na mag-lead sa church. Kasi yung mga babae doon magugulo. Pero sa mga ibang churches na hindi magugulo yung mga babae, hindi sila dapat pagbawalan. Kasi case to case ang application. Kasi si Paul lang may sabi doon, hindi naman si Jesus eh. Jesus is the Son of God. In Him, the fullness of the deity lived in bodily form. His name is above every name. Therefore, iba ang treatment sa teaching ni Jesus sa teachings ng iba. Kahit nasa pages pa rin ng Bible yun. Jesus is the measure of all things. In Him, everything is kept together. At sabi ng Panginoon natin sa langit ang Ama, "This is my Son with whom I am pleased. Obey Him, not the others." Kaya si Jesus is Savior. Kaya pag sinabi mong, "I have decided to follow Jesus," no turning back, it means that you are no longer turning back to other teachings and teachers that do not agree with Jesus. Kanta tayo ng kanta niyan, pero hindi natin lubos na na-apply. Colossians 2:13-14, "You were dead because you were sinful and were not God's people, according to the law. But God let Christ made you alive when He forgave all your sins. God wiped out the charges that were against us for disobeying the law of Moses. He took them away and nailed them to the cross." Lahat daw ng demanda laban sa atin, lahat ng findings that we were guilty according to the law of Moses, binura na ng Diyos. Paano niya binura? Ipinako niya sa krus kasama ng katawan ni Jesus. So kung pinapahalagahan mo ang katawan ni Jesus na napako, kung pinapahalagahan mo ang kanyang paghihirap, ang kanyang sakripisyo, ang kanyang kamatayan, hindi ka na paiilalim pamuli sa law of Moses. Kaya nga namatay si Jesus dahil doon. At hindi pwedeng pagsamahin yung law of love ni Jesus tapos law of Moses. Except the laws of Moses that are loving. Marami din naman eh. Yung maging mabuti ka sa stranger, maging mabuti ka sa kapitbahay, tuloy yun kahit Moses. Kasi agree with the teachings of Jesus. Napakahalaga na now Jesus, the light, infinitely more than the ultraviolet lights that we are talking about, keeps on cleansing God's people. Kung ikaw ay nasa isang controlled environment na may ultraviolet lights, killing all the germs para hindi ka mahawa sa ubo o sipon ng katabi mo, yun ngayon ang ministry ni Jesus. Laging nandyan yung kanyang light para hindi ka magkasakit, para hindi ka marumihan, at para lagi kang linisin. Hebrews 7:25, "He is forever able to save the people He leads to God because He always lives to speak for them." To be scientific, He always emits His short wavelength light to kill your germs, to make you clean. And to go on with 1 John chapter 1 verse 7, "But if we live in the light, as God does, we share in life with each other." Pare-pareho tayong anak ng Diyos, pare-pareho tayong nilinis ng Diyos, pare-pareho tayong nasa liwanag ng Diyos. Therefore, dapat we share life with each other. Meron tayong unity, meron tayong community, meron tayong agreement. And which also means that God's people are not to hide as if they live in the dark or in sin, as if they were dirty. Parang si Pedro, nilinis na ng Diyos ang lahat, pati mga pagkain ng mga Gentiles, pati ang mga bahay ng Gentiles. Pumupunta na si Pedro sa mga Gentiles, sumasalo siya sa mga hapagkainan nila, kumakain ng pagkain nila. Pero pag dumadating yung mga conservative Jews from Jerusalem, umaalis siya sa mesa ng mga Gentiles at lumilipat siya sa mesa ng mga Hudyo, kaya pinagalitan siya ni Paul. Why? Peter was guilty of living in the dark. Tinatrato niya yung buhay niya na may dilim pa rin, kaya niya tinatago. Bakit mo itatago na kumakain ka kasama ng mga Gentiles? Cleanse na lahat yan. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng live in the light. Huwag mong itago yung mga ginagawa mo na by the law of Moses kasalanan, pero by the law of Jesus hindi naman, hindi yan kasalanan. You live in the light, hindi mo kailangang itago, so come out in the light. God is light. God is in the light. And with each other, God's people should live in the light, should not have to hide. Should not hide. Tulad nung nagtanong sa akin sa Facebook, "Tito, may ka-holding hands po ako sa mall. Hindi naman kilala sa church namin. Hindi ko pa na ipapakilala." bigla po ako namin nakasalubong na sister na sobrang higpit sa church. So biglang bitaw po ako sa pag-holding hands namin. Pagkatapos, kumalat pa rin sa church. Sabi ko, ba't ka bumitaw? Kakapit-kapit ka. Nakikita na yun ng Diyos kanina pa. Nung nakita mo si sister, bumitaw ka. Bakit siya ba ang Diyos? Bakit ka bibitaw? Pag bumitaw ka, dahil may dumating na conservative, you are criminalizing your act. Sabi ko, ba't sa'yo pumasan ka pa? Para madrama ang chismisan nila, kung gusto nila. Bakit ka mabubuhay ng takot mo sa mga chismosa, takot mo sa mga makamoses? You are in the light na nga ba't ka nagtatago? At yun ang mahirap. Marami mga Christians, hindi nila na-enjoy yung light. Nagtatago sila sa mga bagay na ang nabibreak lang naman pala nila si Moses, hindi naman si Jesus. Yun ang sinasabi mga kapatid, live in the light. Kailan pa natin maiintindihan yun? That you are criminalizing your own life, you are criminalizing your love, you are criminalizing your activities, your enjoyment by hiding it. Ngayon, kung talagang dapat i-hide, huwag mo dalang gawin para wala kang i-hide. Ano yun? Yung unloving. Yung dinadaya mo ang dokumento ng pamilya nyo para makuha yung mana ng kapatid mo and you're doing it in the dark. Lihim. Yun ang hindi dapat gawin. Come out in the light, stop doing it. Because it's unloving. Inililihim mo, nakikita kayo ng kalaguyo mo, pareho kayong may asawa, tapos ginagawa nyo yun. Yun ang hiding in the dark. Huwag ka na munang gawin yun para you don't have to hide. Pero umiibig ka, hindi ka naman married, hindi naman married yung iniibig mo, malaya kayo, ayaw lang ng mga nasa paligid nyo. Anong pakialam nila sa'yo pag ibig mo yun? Do not hide it. Kasi hindi mo binibreak ang law of Jesus, the law of God. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng freedom in Jesus. Do not demonize, do not be guilty for, do not hide, and do not apologize for what is not sin anyway according to the law of Jesus. Kaya dapat maging malinaw sa utak natin yan. Ano ba to? Sino ba nagbabawal nito? Si Jesus ba? O kung sino lang? Pati isusuot ko, pati hama ng buhok ko. Sino ba nagbabawal niya? Si Jesus ba? Kung hindi, I'll do it. At kung ayaw mo niyan, pasensya ka. Pero hindi ko pipigilin ang buhay ko para masyahan ka. Lalo yung mga mahilig mag-criticize, mahilig mag-judge, let them eat their heart out. Kaya sabi ko, alam mo sister, dapat pumasan ka pa doon sa holding hands mo. Hindi ka naman pinagbabawalan ni Jesus na pumasan. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng malaya. And yet, mga tao, hindi komportable doon. Gusto nila, hindi pa rin sila malaya. Buhat-buhat nila yung law. Dumaan si Jesus. Pinasakay sila doon sa likod ng pick-up ni Jesus. Pagsakay nila, paglingon ni Jesus, buhat pa rin nila yung law. Hindi nila binababa. Kaya mahirap pa rin ang buhay nila. Mabigat pa rin. Kaya ang pangako ni Jesus, come to me and I'll give you rest. 1 John 1:7, and the blood of His Son Jesus washes all our sins away. Use the light, and the light of His Son Jesus disinfects us. Through, by, and because of the blood of Jesus, God's people are cleansed and are clean. God's people are people of the light, people in the light. Come out of hiding. Kung ang pinagtataguan mo lang ay si Moses, Moses is not God. Come out of hiding. Kung ang pinagtataguan mo lang ay deacon, deaconess, hindi sila Diyos. Come out in the light. Live in the light. Live in the open. Do not live like hiding. In hiding like an outlaw, because there is no more law except the law of Jesus, the law of God. And encourage and help others to live in the light by non-judgment. Paano natin matutulungan ang kapwa natin to come out in the light? Huwag natin sila i-judge. Huwag natin sila pag-usapan. Huwag natin silang itiwalag. Huwag natin silang parusahan para lumabas sila. Kaya sila nagtatago, natatakot sila. Kaya dapat hindi tayo nakakatakot. Dahil ang Diyos hindi nakakatakot. God forgives, God cleanses, God loves, God accepts. 1 John 2:9-10, if we claim to be in the light and hate someone, we are still in the dark. Kita, sino yung nasa dark? Yung hindi loving, yung hateful. But if we love others, we are in the light. and we don't cause problems for them. If we love others, we don't condemn them. We don't exclude them. We allow them to come out in the light. And everybody's in the light, everybody relaxes. Ephesians 5:8-9. You used to be like people living in the dark, but now you are people in the light because you belong to the Lord. So act like people of the light and make your light shine. Be good and honest and faithful. Very, very crucial, mga kapatid, to live in the light. To filter every teaching, every belief through the teachings of Jesus. Huwag ika-guilty ang pag-break nyo ng law na hindi naman law ni Jesus. Sabihin nyo, lahat ng law ay pinawi na nga para hindi ako maging lawless. Kasi kung hindi yan papawiin, lagi ako magiging lawless. I cannot follow all of them all the time, therefore I will always be guilty. But God already set me from that. God already made me very, very free. That's why it's important to understand the Jesus love filter. The filter that we're always talking about. That Jesus is the filter through which all the laws of Moses, the laws of the prophets, the laws of religion, the laws of the church must be screened. The filter that is the loving way of Jesus. So pag meron tayong mga oppressive teachings, mga oppressive katuruan, ganyan, salain kay Jesus. Kung ano-ano mga ideya, mga tradisyon, mga policies, salain sa Jesusness. At tulad ng liwanag, all the doctrines and traditions, teachings, regulations, and law, padaalin sa prism of love. At sabi nila, lahat ng kulay, pag pinadaan mo sa prism, white light ang lalabas. That is the love, the light of God. That's why God is light, and Jesus is light, and it is white light. The purest, the most powerful light of all. And that light is what we live in. The light that disinfects us, the light that destroys all our darkness, the light that sets us free. Pakaunawain ito. So that we will enjoy Jesusness, and we will enjoy the peace and the love and the rest. Stop condemning ourselves and others, and live as free people, freed by the light, the blood of Jesus. Panginoon, turuan niyo kami how to apply this. How to operationalize these high teachings in our daily life. Na ang tanging effective na bunga na makikita namin ay kung tumigil na kami sa pag-condemn sa aming sarili at sa kapwa. Tumigil kami sa pagpapahirap sa sarili sa pagsunod sa mga batas na hindi naman si Jesus ang nagbigay. Bigyan niyo kami ng karunungang piliin ang susundin at susundan. Pagbulay-bulayan natin ito, makinig sa tinig ng Diyos. Palayain ang sarili, magpalaya sa kapwa, because God is light. Father, be with your people in some moments of silence. Appropriate this message for each one's private understanding and personal application. Pag-isip-isipan, sumandali. Love to you, mga pamangkin. Dito tayo mag-aral ng salita ng Diyos. Dito tayo mag-aral ng mga practical na bagay, magdalanginan para sa isa't isa, makinig ng mga mensahe, at dito tayo magsasama-sama spiritually sa ating official Ed Lapiz YouTube channel na ang address ay Sabi ni Kuya Ed. Remember, dito tayo ha? Sabi ni Kuya Ed, ang ating official YouTube channel.